What's happening, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition of the Far Side Report. My name is Rico Lamite.
And I'm Fred Smith.
And we're representing live from Las Vegas, the G4 Live, presented by the Bud Tender Awards. Yo, big shout out to Herb Gibson getting us out here, Keith Allen, CEO, Cannabis, and the whole team over at the Bud Tender Awards. We're really excited to be out here. Last night we had a pretty good opening night ceremony. We saw Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Travis Barker live playing some DJ AM sets. It's pretty awesome to see him do that the first time since the death of DJ AM. Yeah. And got to see some cannabis industry superstars too.
Bro, it was just stupid. Let's just call it for what it is. The energy was stupid. Shout out to everybody who made it. You know what I'm saying? We saw a lot, to Rico's point, a lot of A-listers in the game, and it was just super exclusive, super dope, and much love, and thank you for having us.
Yo, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're happy to be out here. But I got to say one thing, man.
What's that, bro?
Fuck traffic, dude.
I knew you were going to say it.
Traffic is back.
Like a mofo, yo.
Right. We left at like 2 p.m. yesterday thinking it's going to be a quick 3 hours like it should be. We got here at like 7:15, man.
Yeah, it was some straight bullshit.
Right.
But we had a chance to put some deep Illuminati, high-level canapreneur, dope-ass content together.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that, like 5 years from now. Where we really reveal the magic trick.
Facts upon facts. But we got to give it up to everybody making their way out here. Just see a lot of people with masks out here. See plenty of people without them too.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But you know, we're out here trying to be as safe as we can, keep as distance as we can, because we don't know you.
We don't know you like that, wherever.
Big ups to everybody.
Yeah.
Coming out here, trying to bring some normalcy back into the world, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, and it really is, because people are mindful. It's not one of those things where people are like mask shaming and all this other crap. So, and even everybody out here is super helpful. We could tell people we're grateful just to be back at their jobs, doing what they're doing, and because this is an entertainment city, you know what I'm saying. So, I think this is a great launch for the cannabis industry. Mm-hmm. Just be like, boom, let's go, and I'm super happy to be here, bro.
Exactly. All right, so we have a pretty jam-packed day of programming this morning. I want to get it started talking a little bit about first, cannabis events are back.
Yes, and with a vengeance, because if you saw all the conversations that we had last night, it's like we got this, people putting their calendars back together. Mm-hmm. It is really an exciting time.
Right, and not to really toot our own horns, but Cannapreneur, come to Thursday. We gotta drop the bomb on Cannapreneur, man.
Oh, yeah, hold up.
We're doing what we can to.
Oh, it's broken. There you go.
Okay, boomer. So we're Cannapreneur Thursday evening, 6 p.m. If you are out in Los Angeles, you can get out to Los Angeles. Please come on out.
Yes,
it's going to be an extravagant affair. By extravagant, I mean some just dope people over there. It's not gonna be all super frou-frou, or Fred says the poodle crowd.
The poodle crowd. Poodle crowd.
Now we have a lot of good folks out there. We have 3 incredible speakers. We have number 1, we have Kika Keith. She is a social equity warrior. She's been in the game forever. Shout out to her and her team. She is suing the state of California for $50 million.
You got to put your pinky up, bro. $1 million.
There's actually a good chance that she gets that because the city of LA has been fucking over a lot of these applicants, and apparently only 3 out of 200 social equity applicants have gotten their licenses.
Oh man, did a brother get $1?
Right, for real. Shout out to those millions of dollars that will hopefully be dispersed amongst the applicants, because.
Wait, this is the cannabis industry, not the opium industry.
Opioids?
Opioids.
Ooh. Delta hate?
Delta hate? Oh, get even deeper.
We'll get to that later. But seriously, we got to get the social equity applicants up and running. We got to get if you're gonna promote equity, you got to follow through with your words, and that's exactly what the Los Angeles Cannabis DCR, Department of Cannabis Regulation, has not been doing. They have not been giving these people their fair due, and it looks like the chickens are coming to roost.
And we watched the eggs being produced during the pandemic, so that's where the juice.
All these people coming out with the money being seduced.
Shout out to Zade.
So we have Kika Keith representing the lifestyle side of the industry. We have our good friend and partner, Miss Kindness Ramirez, coming out representing the wellness side of the industry. She's been doing her thing over at Club Kindness in Bridges. Shout out to the ladies over at Tokativity, our partners up there in the Pacific Northwest. Can't wait to do more stuff with them. Battery. Holy shit.
You gonna go live on my phone?
We can go on the iPad if we need to. And we're back. Back like we left something. Back like we left something. Yo, but for real, she's been doing her thing. Miss Kindness Ramirez, she's been an industry stalwart for generations and doing a great job teaching the masses what the fuck this fucking thing.
We're live though, bro. Let's go. They still can hear us, so.
Switching over.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. Where's Joe Stalwart when you need him?
Get Joe on the phone.
Get Joe on the phone. I knew this would never happen. Woo, look at that. Oh, that's dramatic. I like that. Yes.
There we go.
There you go. I like that. Look at how the clouds are just in the background and just.
All right.
He ain't playing this time. Three's a charm.
We're having camera issues, but you know what? We like Puff Daddy in the 90s, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. We back up on this motherfucker. Coming in from the clouds. It's so dramatic.
I know,
back
bro.
There,
that's fire.
It's actually an even better view. It's too bad this fucking camera paid so much for it. It's not fucking working right now. Anyways, Ms. Kindness Ramirez, shout out to her. Shout out to what she's doing in the industry, getting education out to the masses, and really bridging the gap between cannabis industry and the mainstream. So happy to have her on our team and so happy to have her out next Thursday. And finally, we have Mr. Jason Beck.
Yes.
He is also known as the Wizard of Oz, alternative healing solutions. The first legal retail operator, longest running legal retail operator in the industry. And my personal opinion, Jason told me to say this, my personal opinion is he's the only one who can actually take on Gavin Newsom.
Oh, yeah. His eyeballs was like, shh.
So hopefully we can get that going. Straighten up this camera.
I think to your point, like you kind of called it a little bit. He's just like.
But he's going to be out here talking about the business side of the industry on Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m., 6 to 8 p.m. because I put it on there on the billing because we know it takes an hour to get y'all motherfuckers out of there. So we have the venue. So the APOP Media, my man Matt Young, 6 to 8 p.m. Put that in your heads because I know you're not going to get out there until 10 p.m. But it's going to be a massive evening. Great food as well. We're going to be announcing all of that by the end of today. Yeah. And tickets are live on Eventbrite. Tickets are live on all of our social media. Make sure you guys click on the links and give us any questions that you might have about Cannapreneur. You want to give us a quick overview because Cannapreneur is technically your baby as well. Please tell the good folks at home what Cannapreneur is and what we're doing with that.
Cool. Well, this is the perfect dovetail. If you couldn't tell, me and Rico are like the yin and the yang. You know, he has certain strengths, I have certain strengths, and we like to stay in our lanes, quite frankly. So I'm more on the business side. He's more on the business / everything else side because he's just so far out there. But just like any kind of water, you got to have a container to put it in. So that's kind of like what Cannapreneur is. We just take all of that energy from the industry, outside the industry. CANiVISION is more of the high level. This is what's going on in the industry, as well as emerging markets. And then Cannapreneur is more of the how to navigate it so that you can get that cheddar and also have generational wealth. So
right. It's all about coming together.
Yeah.
Knowing your strengths and weaknesses and building and growing together. Building, growing, and scaling your business.
100%. And that's actually one of my strengths from the automotive industry. I scaled up about several companies from 0 to a few $100 million, and they all went to multi-billion-dollar companies. They're still in existence with small teams. So that's what we're bringing as far as to the industry, but not necessarily for everybody, because me and Rico got a certain kind of vibe. We know we're not for everybody, which is cool. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep it 100 with you. So
y'all know the fucking vibe.
See, I was saying it the like PC way. And he's like, fuck it if you can't take a joke. You see how that works?
You know what I'm saying?
But we do have fun. We get work done. And at the end of the day, that's how it should be. So
it takes a little sandpaper to smooth that now.
Ooh, hashtag Ashley. Oh, we can do that now because you're Bill Gates. I'm Steve Jobs.
Y'all do the math, we do the language arts.
Exactly.
so events are back in play. So social equity, let's talk a little bit about social equity, what's going on there. The city of LA was talking about their three, came out LA Weekly this week. They have 3 social equity licenses were granted finally out of the 200 that were teed up. And
that's not good math, is it? Asking for a friend. I know you said we had the language arts, but what's that math look like?
1.5%. 3 years in, and people still don't have their licenses. Wow. See, there's some fuckery going on in Boston as well. End of the day, man, it just...
I'm going to say it. You called it.
Don't write checks that your asses can't cash. Oof. And the industry has come from the lifestyle side, has come from the trap, has come from the legacy side of this, and the legacy operators aren't getting a fair shot at doing the right thing legally.
Yeah.
How do you expect people to survive, to pay for their bills, to support their families, if they're continuing to wait?
Yes.
Hurry up and wait. This isn't a Republican thing. This isn't a Democratic thing. Everybody's failing at this. There's a lot of negative reports coming out of Chicago. With their social equity program was supposed to be the best. Everybody's lauding how it would look great on paper, and nobody's really getting their licenses there either. They're not able to operate. They're a year into the process. So I don't know how to fix this shit. Y'all are the ones who presented it as such. My take is that you should open up the licensing, open up the competition, and let the chips fall as they may, because we know a lot of these larger entities are not really investing in the lower income areas of these cities. They're not. It's a real estate play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you know why I'm looking at you like that? Because the bigger question is, what kind of license? Is it provisional or is it a real license?
Yeah. And these are provisional licenses. They're temporary licenses. And that adds another layer of bullshit on, because they can get raided and have no appeal, right? They cannot appeal. This is happening in California, as we speak. And shout out Dana Lisa Cisneros, our lawyer.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana. For being good today. And shout out to everybody trying to fight for the right thing. But the government can still come in and have unfettered eminent domain access to everything that you're doing. They can take away everything that you worked for, and you have no fight on the opposite end of that for any reason. They can come in and take your life away, $5 million grow that you've been raising money for, that you've been building, and you're trying to do the right thing, and all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah, we saw it happen really during the heart of the pandemic.
Yes, and it's continuing to happen. So get out there and talk to call your state representatives, call your local municipal representatives, and make sure you guys are getting this thing right. I know the conversation is very different in Los Angeles than it is in Detroit, than it is in Chicago, than it is in DC. So make sure you guys are working from the bottom up, because until we could become federally legal, there's nothing that can be done top down. And it's looking like it's going to be another gridlock fight from the Republicans and Democrats on the federal level.
Yeah, and I want to take it from a higher level. I think, like we talked about it before, how there's a very limited window, which is the reasons why we got Cannapreneur started, because you've got to get in this now before it becomes officially legal, because you're way too late. So people right here are pioneers, but there was some interesting news that came out earlier this week where pretty much the IRS and everybody started getting involved now too. I had my tax license for years, so I know what that means. What they're looking for is a way to codify, to make sure that everybody, even if you're on the illicit side, have to be super clear about that they still want their fair share. Because when I had my stuff going on, we had bridge programs for people who never paid their taxes. Yeah. So I'm just using the same template that they actually tell you. That's probably what's going on right now in the background. Once they get all that set up, we already got the DEA in here. So all the government entities right now are swooping down. You're going to have carnage. That's the reason why they got provisional licensing. There's a lot of testing going on at people's expense. Let's just call it for what it is. Don't get butthurt. Get in the game. Go to info@CANiVISION.com, hello@Cannapreneur.com. We will help you navigate through this stuff because shit's getting real right now.
We got phone number now, too.
So, yeah. So if you want to hit us up, 310-421-0785. 310-421-0785. That's me. Hit me up. Hit us up. We got you. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, you get accurate information with no black holes. But why got to be a black hole, though? Asking for a break.
He's testing me.
I sure am.
It's always about race. It's always about race.
The meat.
The meat. And finally, we want to talk about. Finally,
he's coming out, guys.
And shout out to Masterpie. Shout out to Masterpie and his team coming out with a 520 holiday, a Cannabis Freedom Day. And
are you hearing rumblings about that?
We're hearing a lot of rumblings about 520 Freedom Day. They're doing a lot of great things down there. Shout out to New Orleans. Yes. Shout out to the whole Mississippi Delta.
Shout out to Jet Life, was rocking y'all this morning.
Jet Life. Currency got a new album out, and I was rocking that this morning. All right, so Masterpie 520 came out, and a lot of people were rumbling and talking about this because they specifically said 520 is representative of it's a long-term slang for exotic strains.
Right. And that had everybody up in arms. And we're still here even last night and people are talking about that.
Yes. What does this even mean? So I reached out to a bunch of people, and a lot of people were reaching out to us, and we heard some shit, man. We heard some things about this. All right. So 520.
Well, before we get into that, I want to say that actually is pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Because we're acknowledging something that really happened. Now, the backstory from what we're hearing is we're still investigating all of this stuff.
Right.
So we have to put that disclaimer out front.
Right. No, 100%. And so 520 was all about cannabis freedom. It's all about showing love to the fallen soldiers of the war on drugs, get our people out of prison and so on. And it's a really, really good initiative.
Yeah.
Coming out from there.
Shout out to Sean Cradle to Pineapple Express.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And shout out to their marketing team too, because the whole 520 thing.
Yeah.
It was like they knew people were going to look into that.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
I don't think anybody like what the fuck is 520? I've never heard of 520.
Yeah.
Nobody I know has ever heard 520. I looked on Urban Dictionary and then nobody was really saying anything 520.
Yeah. And the marketing was just brilliant. Everything was perfect.
You're right. And then we started to get calls. We started to hear from some of our sources, and somebody told us to look towards 521.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the rabbit hole begins. Take a deep breath. Go woosah.
And the fact that New Orleans and all that is at the bottom of the Mississippi Delta community down there. And
are you saying too much already?
+2 +1 Delta 8.
Pause. Now there probably is no coincidence that exotic strains and Delta 8 and Colorado banning it because we're getting closer to the G word.
Yes.
Spirituality, woo-woo stuff alert.
Right. Like it is not my
disclaimer.
It is not my thing to, talk about people's beliefs,
correct,
people's their initiatives, their own personal opinions on anything. But Colorado recently banned sales of Delta 8.
Yep.
And somebody hit us with some very, very interesting information that did add up.
It did add up. Now, I'm going to have a more of a disclaimer. If they want to know more, they can hit us up.
Yes.
We have to leak it out a little bit at a time, but the reality of it is, here's my position on it.
We don't know all the facts yet.
We don't know all the facts yet. We're getting close. Here's how I look at it, though. If all the states really are going to start banning Delta 8, I think California's still going to stay on it, just simply because California wants to be known as being completely different in the first place.
Right.
It's always been known as a progressive state.
Right.
So, and I think it will actually help California corner the market on the Delta 8 side because it can turn real into a tourist attraction.
No, it really can.
That's what I'm seeing. And again, this is unfounded. We're still collecting data in real time. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, though, bro. I think you should go a little bit deeper into that story.
I have to choose my words very carefully here because it's not fully vetted, like everything that we were hearing, but we heard this from multiple people in very different parts of the country, and some dots to connect here. So like Delta 8, the whole 5 + 2 + 1, 521, it was the real date. It wasn't 520, and then Masterpie is involved with all of this too. If you guys want to go down that rabbit hole, please go down that rabbit hole. We want to hear your thoughts and your feelings on this whole thing. At first, I was like, "This is some fucking bullshit. This is stupid shit."
Yeah,
we had to QAnon again. I don't know. I don't know.
Whoa!
I said, "Are we?"
I know. What? But what's before Q?
P.
Master P, Master Key, asking for a friend.
I didn't want to dive into this morning.
We got 6 minutes.
Oh, man.
It's going to be the longest 6 minutes of your life.
You freshen me out?
It's going to be the longest 6 minutes of your life.
All right. This really is. P before Q.
Hey, so we all fall back on the aura. Shout out to Rakim.
Oh man, not R. Kelly.
Yeah, not that one. Not that. The other aura.
And anybody knows about Rakim knows about 5% Nation.
Oh.
It goes a little deeper on that, but that's not this type of program. My head is exploding right now.
He's holding back. 5 minutes.
Okay. So before we get into this deep discussion, we were gonna get cut off. I'm gonna give a shout out to our sponsors.
Fair enough.
So shout out to Califia Gold. Big Califia Gold, replenish your soul.
Yes.
A big shout out to our partners at Bridges, Tokativity, Club Kindness. A big shout out to ACAM as well. Maison Tight. Makes these beautiful motherfucking t-shirts and hoodies, and we have the courtesy bag in those. We put those out 2 weeks ago at Golf Beef. Shout out to Big Percy. We saw him last night as well. Shout out to everybody that's been working with us, rocking with us. Mark Edward Partners, Cannabis Babes, Bam.eco, Big Brian Franklin over there. Good to review this week, brother.
Yes. Big things working with him too. Y'all got to keep your eye on Brian. It's kind of a big deal to be working with Brian directly. Mm-hmm. We had to get some stuff handled up front, but let's just say the future is very bright and he's so far ahead of the curve, y'all. We look forward to ushering in parts of the cannabis industry with him. So
100%.
It's a big deal.
40 Acres in Dispensary and James Henry. Those brothers are doing an outstanding job. Everything they do. We got to talk to John Alston from James Henry because he's from New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, and he's a military vet.
Yeah.
So he
also had clearance.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started, bro.
Don't even get me started.
We're going to speak.
Yes. All right. Missy Thompson from Palmdale, California said, when are you guys going to have musical guests?
Oh, that'd be nice.
We should have musical guests on here.
Super dope.
Right now we're just playing the music from the background and hoping that our camera doesn't die on us.
Well, here's the truth too, because we shout out to I gotta call John out because we saw him yesterday too. Infused Digital was out there too. So the reality of it is we're still being very careful about how we're opening up, only because we don't want to have a super spreader event. When Rico was running these programs before, it was California's largest cannabis B2B networking event. So we're really opening up this carefully. we want to bookmark that, get a little bit deeper with us. We'll definitely set that up because we want to start bringing that element as well. We want more of an organic feel to Cannapreneur. We want it to be really like a home warm glove feel because, like I said, we're only looking for good people who want to do dope shit in the industry. It doesn't matter whether you're consuming. It doesn't matter whether or not you're actually an operator. It doesn't matter on any of those levels. We just want a certain type of person in the room, and you really got to give a shit about people. We're really big on that.
Right, and we will have a live DJ out on Thursday. Shout out to Big Kush J, Club Kush, Oaksterdam University, coming out representing, spinning on wheels of steel.
That's gonna be dope, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be outstanding, man.
Yeah,
he has
I get goosebumps talking about that.
Yeah, he has incredible history in the industry. Legacy operator coming through, doing this thing on the legal side now, on the cultivation and teaching motherfuckers to do the same thing.
And I want to bookmark that too. That's one of the other things that we're going to be showing in Cannapreneur because we have those vetted resources. You know, I got hit up so much earlier this week by literally about 7 people who are kind of on the traditional legacy. They're looking for the dots to connect because they're actually making money. So we want to be mindful of people's situations, but there's a certain path that we could take, but that starts with Cannapreneur.
Right. So Tron Eckelberg, what the fuck kind of pseudonym is that? Tron Eckelberg from Trenton, New Jersey. Is this you, Leo?
yeah, Leo, you trolling us? Look, bro, I don't know if I'm going to be there. Shout out to Leo Bridgewater.
Tron Eckelberg, when you guys going to open up in New Jersey? Because we got something to say.
Yeah.
Yo, give a huge shout out to New Jersey.
NEW Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey's been doing their thing. There's a lot of like really prominent voices out in New Jersey doing their thing. You have Mary Pryor over Canaclusive, Leo Bridgewater, CWCBE, my man Eugene. I forget Eugene. Sorry, Eugene. I forgot your last name right now. My man Eugene, NFL superstar. And I just found out you fucking were in the UVA Hall of Fame back in my hometown. I didn't even know that when we met a couple weeks ago. We got Tahir Johnson. Originally, he's a U.S. Cannabis Coalition now, but he was originally with the NCIA, National Cannabis Industry Association, doing his thing with the diversity report. That's just a handful of names coming out of New Jersey, just doing their thing. Such a small state. I think they only have like 13 licenses in the whole damn state. But
you know what I like though? Everybody's way organized in that game over there. Y'all getting y'all shit like it's just straight up. Every time we talk to somebody, their head and ass is wired together. Because some of the problems is, again, like there's so much disorganization because it is a budding, emerging industry.
Yes. But
on a very much of a street level, it's really organized.
Right. Yeah, Jersey's doing the thing. Big shout out to New Jersey. Who else? Let's see. See if we can squeeze one more in. All right. Are you guys going live from this floor? Yes, we will be going live from the floor down at G4.
We're also speaking too.
Yeah, we're going to be speaking. So at 4 p.m., we're actually going to be speaking on a panel. Fred, myself, and Chloe Villano out of Colorado. Met her I think at the last Budtender Awards. She has some really, really awesome stuff to say. Can't wait to hear what she's doing. She does a lot of events. I think she does like the National Cannabis Industry Awards or some shit like that. Sorry if I butchered it, Chloe. We'll be talking about that, talking about events, marketing, and the industry going forward in a brand new space post-COVID.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this part of what we're doing because this is going to be the trickiest part of what we're doing, simply because right now, even though we've got a lot of traction online, it's still very much an organic shake hands, kiss babies, and shake babies and kiss hands kind of environment. You know, there's a lot of king and queen makers still in the industry. It's still not what you know, it's who you know, which is fine. But one of the things about Cannapreneur is that we're working to also show you the other side of how you can get your money regardless of all the other stuff. So that's what's going to be really interesting about this type of marketing segment that we're going to be doing, because it's going to be super fire. People are going to open up their minds because a lot of guys, and that's what I told Rico when I first got it, I'm just like, really? Like that still goes on?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I thought the automotive industry was still, because there's some certain elements of the automotive industry, even though it's 2021, they're still like we're back in the 70s selling cars. Right. So, but the good thing about this industry is you've got some people who genuinely give a shit about other people in this industry. To me, it's very black and white. There is a lot of gray, but for the most part, people are taking sides, which makes it easy for us to navigate to an extent, because you do have double agents just like in anything else. So,
right. And
hopefully that makes.
Keep your third eye open.
Yeah, keep your third eye open.
And with that being said, we do have to descend upon the convention center. So we're gonna be going live from there all day. If you guys are at G4 Live today, you guys are at the Bud Tender Awards this evening. Make sure you guys stop at our table.
Hit us up.
Stop by. Hit us up, get an interview in with us. We'd love to hear what you're saying. Shout out to everybody who got interviews in with us last night. I know I was wilding. I was on 11. We have more of that today. It's just a great feeling to see everybody out and everybody in good spirits, everybody healthy.
Yes.
And just in positive wavelengths across the board, man.
Yeah, I was really super, and like I said, I'm still a puppy into the industry. I really want to appreciate show of love to everybody in the trap, everywhere else in between for really welcoming in. It's just really all I give a shit about is everybody. Like Big Percy say, I fucks with everybody, and I'm the exact same way. I really don't give a shit about anything else except how can we all eat together and how can we be still plant centric and we still have our values out there. That's all I care about. So thank you.
Right,
it really is a big deal.
Right, so big up to everybody out there. Appreciate your support. Continue to support us. We're going to be doing the same for you, too. We got some new sponsors and rev share partners we're going to be announcing this week also. And see us down here on the floor in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay.
And that's why we giving you our number. We are super accessible. Do not take advantage of this, all right?
Why don't you put the number in the comments? You want to put the number in the comments?
We'll put the number in the comments. But literally, this is how you're going to get access to us on demand. Okay, so look, I'm gonna post it again, but it's 310-421-0785. Hit us up. I will respond back. Period, end of story. That's just how we play.
Right. And we had a few we actually responded to on the trip down to Vegas yesterday. It was pretty cool. So keep on hitting us up. Much love. We are accessible. We have the hotline.
Yeah.
Another C on the cell phone.
Sing it, daddy.
Y'all didn't know. They call me Dark Skin Drake.
Does that dake?
You know what I'm saying? Hey. Reporting live from the 8.
Why did I know that was going to go somewhere?
We're going deeper down this Delta 8 wormhole. Oh, rabbit hole this week. Yo,
Delta 8, Delta Triangle, Illuminati. Hashtag to my Delta 8 guys out there. Did I say that in my loud voice?
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Come on out here. If you are in Vegas, come fuck with us down on the floor today. The convention center, Mandalay Bay Convention Center. Shout out to Keith Allen, Herb Gibson, everybody representing G4, the whole summit.
I can't do this no more. I gotta do this now.
What's that, man?
Ooh, that's when we shake hands.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Delta 8 Society, bitch.
Delta 8 Society.
No, all jokes aside, don't snipe us.
I'll take you, bro. Oh, are we in the pyramid right now?
Oh, we are in the pyramid too. Oh, Joe, we're at the Luxor right now. Middle of a pyramid, talking about some fucking Delta 8 shit that may or may not be true. Like, hey man, I don't know.
You got the all-seeing eye though.
How many
pyramid?
We have an all-seeing eye in the pyramid. We are at the top of the fucking pyramid.
3 leaves.
Oh,
it's none of my business.
Oh my God, there's so many. How many fingers am I holding up right now? This is not 10 because thumbs are not fingers.
Ooh, so the thumbs are silent.
I get the fuck out of here, man. Cannapreneur popping off Thursday, Los Angeles, A-Pop Media. You know what time it is.
Yes.
You know what the fucking vibe is.
Oh my God.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Seriously, much love.
Reach out to your loved ones. Reach out to your loved ones. Kiss your mamas.
Yes.
Hug your babies.
So important.
And just remember, when life gives you no place else to turn the fuck up. We have Vegas, baby. See y'all next week.
Peace. Peace.